What's up guys, it's Nacho here and we're back with another video. We're just down today because, let's start shall we? But anyway, I'm not going to try and be a little bit down, I wouldn't say depressed, but a little bit down because of UK. Ireland lost against France. But, and this is a but, let's talk about the game. Anyway, France versus Ireland was the first game today. We were amazing. The first couple of minutes, we were fantastic. We went for broke. We went at France. We tried and win the game. And yeah, we got a penalty. Phenomenal ball from Ward. Shane Long. Okay, you could say was it really a penalty because Shane Long sort of got into Pogba. But Pogba, good credit to Shane Long. It was a penalty. Referee blew. We haven't got the rubber green amount because of the penalty decision. We should have a penalty against Belgium and maybe a penalty against Italy. But today we did get a penalty. The man of the moment for us, Robbie Brady, puts it in the net, hits the post. Bit of luck, like the Irish we are. In the net, 1-0, and I'm with yes, we're beating France. Yes, yes, yes. We're beating France! We're beating France! We're beating France! We're beating France! And then, when we had more chances to get the second goal, we didn't. And yeah, first half 1-0. I thought, oh my god, I literally was just gassed. I'm thinking, oh my god, we could knock out the favourites, France. We could beat the host nation, France. And the second half started and France came out like literally came like a freaking hurricane. They came like a tsunami, a storm. And they made a change. I think Kante came off for Coleman. Coleman's just done. And probably the best player on the pitch today for me was Pogba. He gave away a penalty for Shane Long, but he was unbelievable. He was out here standing. And Griezmann as well. And France had chances, and then the goal came for France. Great ball in from Sagna, headed in from Griezmann, and yeah, that hurt. But it was only 1-1. We could nick it. We did against Italy. When it could happen. It could happen. And then sucker punch goal. The sucker punch goal. About 3 minutes later, after France score, phenomenal ball from Pogba. The rifles are standing. Who was on his? He showed today how good, how world class he could be. And for me, he could play for Real Madrid. That's how good Pogba is. And great header from Giroud, placement header from Giroud. I think for me, to get the best out of Olivier Giroud, you have to play him with another striker, and that's why I feel Griezmann playing him up there today, probably in the second half, got the better from Giroud. Great header from Giroud. Finish from Griezmann was absolutely fantastic. He scored 2-1, and I thought, oh no, and we've lost it. We just conceded, and then we go in our end and concede again, 2-1. Then the game-changing moment in the game was when we should have had a corner. I don't know what the referee was doing. I mean, it clearly hit off the Frenchman's head. They went in our end, and Griezmann, another fantastic cross again from, I think this one was Coleman the same, and then Griezmann one-on-one the goalkeeper. Shane Duffy had to do something. He took out the man. He had to do. It was a red card, and yeah, that's pretty much it. They had more chances. Gignac came on for Giroud, hit the bar, and yeah, I mean, look, I'm a little bit deflated, a little bit sad. I wouldn't say, yeah, you could say I'm a little bit down, a little bit deflated, but I think we had a great tournament. I think, we got together, we were in a hard group. We were in a group with Italy, 5-time world champions, Belgium, who right now are second best team in the world behind Argentina, a decent Sweden team with Zlatan. And you told me we would get through and play, for me, the best, for me right now, the favourites for the Euros in France. I'll take that. We had a great tournament. The Irish fans were amazing. The whole game, they were singing their hearts out. So I have the congratulations to them. We have the best fans. Our fans are amazing. We don't get into any trouble. We're just there for them. We're just there to have a great time. And that's what we are. A little bit deflated today, we lost, but hey, you Irish players done us proud. Done Ireland proud. Anyway, the other games today, Germany put on a show. Well, a decent show. I'm going to go on to Belgium in a minute. But Germany won 3-0 against Slovakia. Slovakia were poor. I wouldn't say they were poor, I just think they were beat. They were well beat by a good Germany team. The world champions. We have to still call them that. People say, well, they're not really the world champions, they're not really playing well. Well, they did. Boating from a worldly goal. I mean, this is something a striker would goal, not a defender. I think that's his first goal for Belgium. Well, first goal for Germany. What a finish. And then, Draxler, who I thought was man of the match today, he zipped past players, zip, 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 and then putting a beautiful ball in for Gomez. 2-0, game over. Then the second half, great corner from Urzo, and then, a simple little finish from Draxler. 3-0, it could have been 4 or 5 for Germany if they wanted it. And Germany they're going to be yet again the teams to beat in this term. They're going to be in there for the late stages, like they always are, Germany, because they always are into the late stages of tournaments. And then we get on to probably I wouldn't say the game of the day, but sort of the team of the day, which has been Belgium, who put on a show today. They put on a show that everybody's seen. We've seen probably the best individual performance of the tournament. But let's start with the first half. Belgium, first half, fantastic. They had chances. Kevin De Bruyne was on standing. Lukaku had a couple of chances. Pretty much scared him over the bar and blew him left, right, and centre. Hazard was on. He was just untouchable today. And then the goal came. The first goal came from Alderweireld. Great ball from perfection ball from Kevin De Bruyne. Great header from Alderweireld. 1-0, and you think, well, Belgium are going to go on and win this game comfortably. They get red hungry. They stuck in there, and they had a couple of chances as well in the first half. Should have took them, I feel. The second half started. Hazard and Belgium again. He was a joy to watch today. He was on it today, and again, Hungary chances. And this is what we want to see. We want to see. I have to give credit to Hungary. Okay, you can say, oh well, they got beat today, but we had to give credit to Hungarians. Those Hungarians played well because they had to go. What's the point playing? What's the point? So far in this tournament, we've seen teams park the bus. Have a go. Just have a go. You get beat, who cares? At least you're giving the fans what they want to see. You may nick a goal. We don't know, but this is just what we want to see as a neutral. And we go back to the second half. The second goal was a great. I wouldn't say it was the great substitution, or was the wild card everybody's talking about in Besharabi. I hope I pronounced his name right. He's been linked with moves to the Premier League. I think he will be a Premier League player. I've seen some glimpses of him from Marseille last season in Ligue 1. He looks a good player. But anyway, Hazard again. I mean, he was outstanding. Grips in a perfect ball. Bashrawi in the typical poacher's finish in the back of net, 2-0. And then I think it was 2 minutes and something seconds later, Hazard scores one of the most. I have to think he scores one of the most individual goals I've seen in the tournament. He just goes past 3 Hungarian players like they're not even there, and then it was 3-0. And then I think it was before out of time. It was 4. And the fourth goal from Belgium, great finish from Casero. Hope I pronounced his name right. Plays for Real Madrid. Great finish, 4-0. Belgium put a marker down. Hazard for me played the best. It was a joy to watch him play today. And this is what we want to see from Hazard. This is Hazard last season, who was awful. I watched him against. You watch this Hazard player, and you think, this is the guy who won a PFA Player of the Year. He won Chelsea the league title. He won Chelsea league title, and you think, where was he last season? Where was he? And then today he was just unplayable. When he's on that type of form, when he's unplayable, and he's world class. I don't think he's up there Messi, Ronaldo just yet, but he is up there with Gareth Bale, Neymar, even Luis Suarez. How he is unplayable when you play him like that. He is just unplayable. And so far in the games, so far in the next round, we have 2 games tomorrow between England and Iceland, and the team, for me, the game of the whole entire tournament so far is Spain against Italy, the rematch of 2012. I think England won comfortably, like I said. I think I may have done a video on this. I think England won pretty much. And I'm with Italy. I don't feel the Spain team. I just think the Spanish team is, you can get this Spanish. We've seen Croatia, you know Croatia, right? Maybe Per as well. You can get that this team. And that's all I'm really going to say. Today's games have been fantastic because both teams are going for it. And I've commiserations to Hungary, Slovakia and us on losing, have to go home. But hey, Hungary and us have been outstanding. Slovakia, sort of really not really been good. But anyway, give credit to all the teams who've all made it this far. And yeah, please like, subscribe. The Natural is out. And then we just seen what probably not the best goal in the Euros, then one of the best.